brother LJ, and he was telling me that you have to interview her because she is super amazing. She is super talented and
Oh,
all that great stuff.
I love
And I had to
LJ.
exactly, and I had to have you on because I've been watching your videos and stuff, and I was like, oh my God, it's like watching Madonna. And I'm a Madonna fan also too. And so I was
Uh,
so excited and so fascinating to meet you and to talk to you about your whole career because your career is amazing. You know, I read your bio. I was like, wow. Like I just could not believe all the
it's
stuff you have accomplished.
it's like do what you love and run with it, and I feel like when
Mhm.
you're in alignment with all of that, things
Mhm.
naturally open and unfold. I really had no intention of like, okay, I'm going to be a Madonna impersonator. I really was like, I have some dance behind me. I've got some acting behind me. What can I do? And I just literally just kind of
Mhm.
stayed in that zone. And then these opportunities started presenting themselves to me. And I was like, let me just say yes. Let me just say yes and see what happens. And here I am.
Exactly, exactly. So my first question is to you. Um, where you from? Let everyone know, who you are. You don't have to go into anything personal, but
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
some so people can get to know you and stuff like that.
I am Denise Bella Vlasis. People know me as Bella. I grew up down in Orange County. I actually grew up in a
Damn.
very artist community, so I was really always surrounded by art and and,
Mhm.
and hippies and art and theater, and I was like a little drama kid. It was
Uh-huh.
Laguna Beach down in the '70s, so it was very colorful, and
Mhm.
so I really grew up with the support of creative people and creative
Mhm.
parents. And so I really kind of started my love for theater and dance at a young age.
Mhm.
And just dance classes, and then started auditioning for acting parts and that type of thing.
Mhm.
And kind of met my destiny in an unusual way. And early days of auditioning and stuff, people would say, who you kind of remind me of, and Madonna. Those were the just MTV just hit, and it was like, oh, but I always had that thing about me, like even as a kid, where people would say, you remind me of my aunt. You remind me of
Mhm.
that actress. You remind me. I always had this familiarity thing about me. I don't know why.
Mhm.
So I kind of
Mhm.
said, well, maybe there's something to it. Maybe I'll make that work for me. So, yeah. So then I just started getting small parts on television or music videos and that type of thing. And then the Madonna thing kind of took off from there.
Oh wow. Like, oh
Yeah.
my God. Cause when you said something about the MTV era, like I was born in '69. So I really tell people I was
Yes.
born in the '70s. My
Yes.
birthday is December 24th. And
Oh,
when the '80s came in, there was Michael Jackson, there was
yes.
Prince, there was Madonna, there was Whitney Houston.
Yes.
And when I first see Madonna, I was like, who is this lady? I'm obsessed. I love her. And and I pretty much can say that I grew up liking her, you
Yes.
know.
Yes.
So my question is, what was your first Madonna gig when you first presented yourself on stage to the world?
Like a legit gig or like
Uh,
some.
uh, it can be legit, or it can just be, when you first, step into your Madonna moment. It don't matter.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny because, you're right. Like we both grew up in that generation. I think
Hmm.
it's such a thing that maybe people now wouldn't understand, but it was like such
No.
an influence because there was only one
Hmm.
time you could see this video on MTV. We had to wait for it. It wasn't like.
Exactly.
So yeah, so her videos started to pop on, and I was like, wow, look at this girl.
Hmm.
She's kind of doing the thing that I am trying to do as well, like this kind of Marilyn Monroe vibe, current
Hmm.
dancer type of thing.
Hmm.
I was kind of mesmerized by her, and then the comparison started happening, and I was like, I don't know what you guys are talking about, like what I think more than anything, it's like a fire in the eye type of thing.
Uh-huh.
energy. So at that point, people were starting to make the comparisons. And my mom was working with these foster children in Orange County. And she said,
Mm-hmm.
can you come and just entertain the children? And I said, doing what? And she said, dress up like that girl that people say you look like, and just come and dance. And I'm like, my mom, I'm like, are you, mom, you're kidding, right?
I
And
love it.
yeah, and I said, you know what, let me just do it. I always said yes to my mom, everything she got me into. So
Mm-hmm.
I showed up. I didn't even really have a costume. I just brought a little boom box in there, and these
Mm-hmm.
sweet children were like, in that moment, I realized I have a little special thing here that I can do something really good with. And because the kids thought it was Madonna, they went crazy, and I was like, what is this that I have, this little secret weapon in my back pocket? It's really
Exactly.
cool. And
Uh,
so after I did that, I ended up going to a real audition for Pepsi Cola.
oh,
And
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. Let's back that on up. You can't just be throwing it out there. Not Pepsi Cola.
yeah,
Yes.
they had like a
Wow.
yeah, they had a traveling, like a tribute, legends type of thing. And,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I was reading a drama log back in those days, and would
Mm-hmm.
find my own auditions. And
Mm-hmm.
I told my mom, and she's like, let's do it. And I'm like, but I don't even have a costume. I don't even have an act. I don't even know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, they're looking for Madonna. Let's do it. And so she drove me up to the audition, and I think I had my record. And
So how so let me ask you, so which Madonna era, of course it was her first album, right?
right,
Is
yeah,
that the era that you was entering in, or
exactly.
okay.
I think I had one look, because I think Madonna had one video out. I think she had like
Mm-hmm.
Lucky Star and maybe Burning Up
Oh
at
yes.
that point. And that was the only reference that I had to Madonna. It was like really early days.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so mom ran me up there. I jumped on the stage, and at that audition, there were lots of already professional impersonators. And I was like, what?
What?
This is like your job. This is what you guys do. And there was an amazing
Wow.
woman named Sue Quinn. She said she was already working in the industry, and she's like, let me help you with your
Mm-hmm.
makeup. And she did my makeup for the first time. And then I went to this audition, and they said, you got the part. Now go study the character. And I was like, okay, that was a good little incentive. So I went home and I studied Madonna. I listened to her voice, the very little bit that I had. There was nothing to really
Mm-hmm.
study in those days, but learned her
Mm-hmm.
voice, got into voice classes, got in, really just started obsessing on her, and watching everything I could,
Mm-hmm.
and really put the act together. And then from there, just kept working, and TV opportunities and stuff just kept presenting themselves. So,
Oh wow.
yeah.
So so name some of your appearances you did on TV. I mean, you have to drop name. You have to,
Yeah.
like let everybody know who you are.
I have to I forget sometimes until I actually read my resume. I'm like, oh,
Hmm.
yeah, I did that. One of the first things that I did, actually, I was discovered at a mall. This
Oh my
woman,
God.
I know, right? Back in those days, the
Yes.
mall. This woman from AM Los Angeles
Hmm.
um, approached me, and she said, we're looking for some girls to model Madonna's clothing. Madonna had a clothing called Boy Toy. And she's like, we need a couple girls to just come on TV. And I'm like, wow, okay. And they literally
Hmm.
put me in the AFTRA, put me in the union that day.
Hmm.
And that was kind of the first opening into my television, as Madonna. And let's see, from there, what did we do? I've done like stand-in work for her, body part work for her.
Wait a minute, hold up. What is body parts? Please explain.
Yes, body part work is like they need a fill in for Madonna, but they only need her arms and her shoulders, or her profile.
Oh,
So
wow.
I did something on, what was it called? Let me look at my resume. I'm like, I always forget because there's so much
Well,
history. It's
yes, you have a lot of history. You definitely need to do I mean, not a documentary, well, a documentary or a reality show. Like it,
yes.
I can see that.
You know,
happening.
m- my daughter, who is the one that creates all our videos on TikTok, she's like a
Oh,
self-taught.
I saw her standing beside you. She is so gorgeous. Oh my
Thank
goodness.
you. She's a self-taught. You have to see some of the videos that she directs. She directs,
Okay.
edits, does all the special effects. She's
Mhm.
amazing. But she's the one that really kind of put me out there again. During the pandemic, we wanted to find something creative we could do together
Mhm.
to just make life more joyful, and we started creating these videos. But she really kind of taught herself how to edit, and so basically she's doing all of this stuff for me. So long story short, she actually was putting together something called Dear Madonna,
Mhm.
and it's really starting with my story, and we've been putting that together. We want to, pitch it and put it out there in the world, but it's basically my history of kind of being in the shadow of Madonna for my career. Just
Mhm.
kind of walking in her shoes behind her a little bit, and just kind of
Mhm.
the parallels of Madonna's life and my life, and
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
and what it looked like in the 80s to be a Madonna wannabe, like that
but
story.
Oh my God, that is so
Yeah.
awesome. Like, 'cause when she first came out, when she first came into the industry, like I read a lot of stuff about, I don't know a lot about her, but I know enough stuff about her. And when she first came into the industry, I know that she had to go through, endure a lot of, stuff with people, saying bad stuff about her on her back. So did you ever
Mhm.
have to go through any of that,
Still going
behind the
through
scenes
it.
stuff?
Still going through it. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. God, there were like pivotal moments where I learned
Mm.
really young, and even before social media, I learned like kind of the projection that people have when they don't
Mhm.
like someone, and
Mhm.
oh yeah, that started in the 80s when, like a prayer, and certain people at my gigs would be like venting at me like what they hate about her or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's been really up and down. I take the love and I also take the hate, and that's just part of it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
part of putting yourself in the public eye, and more so now with social
Exactly.
media. You got to just take the love, and just I can't even imagine what it feels like for Madonna, because it's,
Yeah.
times 1,000,
Yeah.
what she feels. But she wouldn't have survived this long if she wasn't a strong woman that,
Mhm.
lets it roll.
Exactly.
She lets it roll off her back, because it's the hate isn't about us, it's about the person projecting it,
Yeah,
so
because they unhappy and miserable, and that's how people do. That's how some people do.
yeah, yeah,
Because I like it's so hard. Putting yourself out there. Like for myself, real quick.
true.
Starting my business. My PR business, and then starting my interview show. And I didn't go to school for marketing and social media. I just self-taught myself,
Good.
and I learned, and I'm still learning and stuff. I have a couple of clients that I'm working with. They still riding with me. And I can imagine for you, because you have a big platform and you're putting yourself out there, like you said, you know, people that hate Madonna is going to hate on you also
Yeah,
too,
absolutely. Yeah. Hmm.
and I know it's just like super hard and stuff to go through, but you are powering through, lady. Like when I see your videos, like I'm on it. Like every time I see you, it's like I'm watching Madonna. Like because you embody her. Like of course she's gorgeous, of course,
Thank you. It's
and you definitely embody her. Her mannerism, all that little stuff like that. So was that hard for you? I mean, was it hard to get her mannerisms, the way
it's
she talks, the way she dance, and
Yeah. Well, I was a dancer, so that was a way for me to channel at least that part of my studies.
hmm
And as far as studying Madonna, yes, because she's like ever changing, and it's like,
yes.
there's 500 Madonnas, so you need 500 people to impersonate her. Really, it's like this woman is the same as the girl 2 years ago, and there's certain nuances that you can learn as Madonna
hmm
impersonator, but as far as
hmm
like the looks, that's just like an impossible feat to try to keep up. But it's fun.
Exactly.
But like,
Yeah.
yeah, listening to her speaking voice, learning her like, yes, she's a fascinating study, because there's very little nuances that Madonna does that create the impersonation. And
hmm
I love studying that. I'm always talking with my daughter going, okay, look, when she turns her eyes to the side, and she always has this really specific, almost sarcastic look in her eye.
Exactly.
Like there's this, or when she's on stage, it's a completely different Madonna when she's feeling the
Uh-huh.
joy of the dance, and that's a different Madonna there. And then there's
Mhm.
speaking Madonna, and then if she's talking to a woman versus a man, that's very
Mhm.
different, different speaking voices of Madonna. It's
That
yeah,
is so true. I never, because I've watched a lot of her interviews and stuff like that. I've never really noticed that she talks different with male or female and stuff like that. I've
hmm
never really noticed, but I knew
yeah,
I did see a couple of interviews of her when either the man is trying to make her feel bad about some of her music. You
yep,
know how they was talking about how
yes,
she was provocative and she searching for attention and all that kind of stuff. And I love the fact that she stood in her womanhood and
totally.
put those people in their place. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yeah,
Especially the men.
yeah. The guys that either try to flirt with her or shame her, you can
Exactly.
I can look at Madonna and in 1 second know if she's comfortable with the person interviewing her.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
actually I did a thing on Much Music, which is like the Canada MTV, where
Mhm.
the journalist flew out to interview me because she was on her way to interview Madonna, and she's like,
Mhm.
can I practice on you?" And I'm like, "Absolutely, let's do." And I actually trained her to interview Madonna, and
What?
yeah,
That is
yeah,
so
it
awesome.
was. So, I have to show you the links. It was a great, and
Please do.
yes, I was like, this is what you're gonna do. This is what she'll
Mhm.
do. And they actually put us side by side. I said, this is how Madonna's gonna sit. This is how she's gonna feel. This is what she's probably gonna say. And here's what you don't do with her. And I totally gave
Mhm.
her some 411 on Madonna, like interviewing
Oh
Madonna.
wow.
Yeah, it was great. And they actually even referenced me in the interview saying, I just spoke with this impersonator and she said she feels very empowered when she's performing as you.
Mhm.
And Madonna was like, "Oh, really? I feel the opposite,"
Oh wow.
which was funny. But yeah,
Yeah.
definitely certain ways in which you want to approach her.
Mhm.
She's seen it all. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, she has. So, have you ever met her in person?
I did. I auditioned for her choreographer Jeffrey Hornaday. He
Mhm.
choreographed "Who's That Girl" tour, and he said, "Why don't you just come up and meet her and see if she's looking for a stand-in for this tour?" And
Mhm.
so they made me just kind of shuffle in as a dancer and go to the audition,
Mhm.
and then I made it past the first cut, and then the second half was they're going to bring Madonna in the room and you're going to freestyle dance for her.
Mhm.
And so Jeffrey's like, just kind of cover your blonde hair and just get up there and dance for her. And I had a number around my chest, and they said, "Okay, 48, get up and dance." And I
Wow.
don't even know what I did. I was out of my body. I was like, "This is surreal." Um,
Did you?
yikes. Darn. I don't know. Oh, shoot. There you are. Oh, hello?
Mhm. I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I don't, for some reason, it cut out.
Oh yeah, because it was probably the.
Shoot. Ah, is it my mic? Shoot. There I am.
You back?
Yes. I'm not sure what's going
Okay.
on.
Okay. Yeah, it's probably the internet service, probably on my end, or because I have so
Mm.
many tablets and so many gadgets, and
Oh, okay. Yes. Yes.
yes, I have so much of that. So, so when you met her, was she was she drawn to you, or
She,
what you know?
yes. So that audition, she actually had my headshot in her hand, and then
Mhm.
at the end of the audition, Jeffrey brought me over and he said, "Let me just introduce you to her."
Mhm.
So I was like, Madonna's holding my headshot, and I just said, "Hi, nice, thank you for allowing me to audition." And she said, "Thank you." And everybody was like, "She's staring at you," But
Because it's like looking at her, probably like looking in the mirror at her a twin or something.
she definitely knew what I did. Oh, and also at that point, that was actually
Mhm.
after. I won first runner up in a contest she had on MTV, which was
Mm.
make my video contest, where Madonna
I think I
asked me.
watched that.
Did you remember that?
Yes, I think I remember that. Yes. Because I
Yeah.
used to be obsessed with MTV.
Yes. Well, she had a make my video contest, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody was supposed to make a video to her song.
Mm-hmm.
And so they picked Madonna picked my video for first runner up, and I was actually the only girl that was dressed up like Madonna.
Mm-hmm.
So she had already seen that before I met her. And
Mm-hmm.
so maybe she was looking at me like, why is this girl familiar to me? I don't I'm not sure.
Yeah, because she probably meets so many people. So I'm,
Exactly,
yeah, yeah.
exactly. But then there was a third time where I actually was hired by MTV. Madonna was making a commercial on MTV,
Mm-hmm.
and I was hired to come in as Madonna, and then also they had like 10 of us as Madonna, and Madonna was having a bad dream that nobody believed she was the real Madonna. And
Oh,
so
wow.
I got to work on that, and then I also got to help them create the other Madonna looks on the other models. So
Wow. Wow.
yeah,
Wow. Wow.
so
That
there's
is
a few
so awesome.
encounters. I'm waiting for my fourth encounter with her. I'm like, okay, there's got to be one more at least, right?
It has to. It has to. A grand finale, like,
Exactly.
because you definitely have put the work in. Because you know what? I know back in the day, I've I've never really seen so many Madonna impersonators.
Hmm.
I've seen
Yeah.
Michael Jackson's,
Yes.
ones and stuff. Um, but I've never really actually personally seen a Madonna impersonator who actually embodied
Hmm.
her until I met you, until I saw your video content, and I was just at awe. Like I was like, wow, like this is like amazing. So I've been telling all my friends, I've been sending your
Oh,
videos to all my friends,
thank
and I showed my
you.
husband, and
Oh,
he was like, wow, she does look like Madonna, because
oh,
he
thank you.
secretly love Madonna too, but I'm a little more, I know he knows the music just as well as I do too, but
Well,
yeah. But
thank you. Thank you for that. There,
yes, yes, go ahead.
I was gonna say there's so much love. What like kind of going back to what you were saying about the haters and stuff.
Mhm.
There's such a big community of love with the Madonna community. Honest,
Mhm.
honestly, that's what keeps me going are the Madonna fans,
Mhm.
because they're amazing. There's so many good people, and it
Yeah.
really inspires me to kind of keep creating and keep going. And it's just it's a cool community, and I'm really grateful actually to be a part
Yeah.
of that. Yeah, yeah.
You should though, because I mean, who actually can say that you had such a great career, even though you was embodying Madonna, but you put your own stamp on it also too,
Definitely.
and that's why I definitely, love the whole situation about it. So, I have another question, because I know you had posted a video yesterday, and you said that was your first
Mm.
Madonna impersonator concert that you did for the
Mhm.
troops.
Yeah.
How was that? I mean, please tell me, how did you, walked into that?
That was do you remember the TV show Putting on the Hits?
Yes, yes. Oh my God,
That was
I'm
our day.
old.
Yes. I was on that show.
What?
I did White Heat, and God, I don't know how, but I won. And
Mhm.
there was a woman in Hawaii that was putting together a like a USO show, and
Mhm.
she actually called the show and said, "I want your best Madonna and your best Prince and your best Michael Jackson."
Oh wow. Yes.
So that's how we got that. And it was like kind of a schooling of sorts for me, because I was, my God, what was I, 20? And it was flying in what were we in, B-54 bomb airplanes. And
Mhm.
basically, we were considered officers for a month, and we toured Japan, Korea, Philippines, Hawaii, and we were going from different stages to entertain the troops and their families. It was incredible. It was like my first time really on stage that long. We did 30-minute sets each of us.
Mhm.
And it was just incredible because, the troops were waiting for some American entertainment, just some American
Mhm.
music. And we just brought that to them, involved them, brought them on the stage.
Mhm.
There was always a line all the way through the theater of the family, kids and families wanting pictures and autographs. And it was a really cool learning experience. We had to like live in the quarters of where the officers are, and
Oh,
eat
wow.
in the mess hall, all that whole thing. So it was amazing to see, how hard the troops work day and night
Mhm.
to just do
Shout
what
out
they
to our
do.
troops.
Yeah, amen. Absolutely. And it was so fun to just mingle with them on a different kind of level, just on a,
Mhm.
just
Mhm.
yeah, it was I think like a month and a half long tour. And when I got back from that, I was like, wow, I'm ready for more of that. More stage, more connecting. It was a really cool learning experience, and to think what I endured, that young, it was like that was really good training for me, I think.
Exactly. That's every teenager's dream in their 20s. I
Yes.
mean, you know, I wasn't a teenager, but
Pretty
you know,
close.
I
And it
was
was
pretty
my
close.
yeah.
Exactly.
I had a scholarship in dance at the time, and my dance,
Mhm.
and then when I got that call, I told my dance teacher, I'm like, I'm going to have to leave dance class to go do this. And she said, honey, go do it. And I was like,
Wow.
really? Are you sure? I'm like, I'm missing school. And she's like, go do it. That's life happening. Just do it.
Exactly.
So,
It's from our conversation about you really had a lot of people that really supported you
yes.
and pushed you. And I think that is super important to have, positive people around you because um I do a lot of yoga, so I'm more like inner peace. I'm into the energy,
Yes.
like I'm
Yes.
into all that little vibe and things like
Yes.
that. And it it's just so awesome just to hear you talk. Like I can talk to you all day. Like I can just talk to you all day, but I know that we don't have all day to talk and stuff.
Oh,
So I wanted to move so you are a business owner also too. You have your production company, right?
yes. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. And people are like, get a life. You're just dressing like Madonna. I'm like, oh, I've got a busy life for sure.
Oh, well, you do.
I
Tell me
do.
about it.
I do much more than dress up like Madonna. I have a production.
Exactly.
Yeah, I have a production company, Tribute Productions, and
Mhm.
we do casting. We do like celebrity events. We do
Mhm.
commercials, print jobs, parties, all kinds of stuff. And I produce these events, and I also do the casting, and then I custom create almost all the costumes that you see. So
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Because
like.
I went through your website
Mhm.
and I see you have like themes like the 50s, the 60s.
Yeah.
Did I see some 70s on there too? I think 70s or 80s, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
And I was like, by the way, your website is amazing. It's
Thank
so
you.
festive and so bright and I definitely enjoy, cruising through your website and stuff. So how long you been in business?
Gosh, I started Tribute Productions in like 87.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I've always been, kind of juggling both performing
Mhm.
and being an agent, but I also just always wanted to get all my friends' work along the way with like what I
Mhm.
was doing. So my production company allows me to bring in people that I love or support and know that they deserve opportunities and should get these opportunities.
Yeah.
And that's my main fuel is just to connect and help people with my
Mhm.
company. But yeah, we did Beyonce not that long ago. We did a party for her and her mom. We do
What?
all the gorgeous cigarette girls, the
Mhm.
classic, like a lot of old Hollywood vibe.
Mhm.
We
I
have
love that.
yeah, giant champagne
Yes.
glasses with girls and dancers and hip hop stuff. We just did the Golden Bachelor that you saw the 50s flash mob
Oh
where we
yeah,
just
I
did
saw that. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
I have a great imagination and I love to like help people design what they have in their head, like
Mhm.
whatever party they're going to have. I'm like, okay, let me jump in and help you kind of imagine it. And so
Yeah.
I love doing that as well. So I have Tribute Productions and Mrs. Bella's Dolls. Mrs. Bella's Dolls is just kind of the pinup girls.
Oh my God. I think
Kind of
they
a
are so
fun.
sexy.
My girls are so beautiful. I love my girls.
Yes.
Yeah, so we do a lot of different different kinds of bookings, Soul Train Awards, Hills
Hmm.
Kristen, some TV stuff, and a lot of live events with that.
Oh my God, that is super awesome. I know that's so much fun. Cause like, to piggyback what you said before, like you seem like you're just an awesome person that you help others and give other people, you started your platform to help other people to fulfill their dreams. And I think that
Yes.
is like really really so awesome, and that's why I started my business and my podcast show, because it's not really all it's I want to get paid, not for my interview show but for my business, my PR
Right.
business. Like, I want to get paid, but I'm not doing this for the money,
Right.
because I love what I do and I
That's
love helping people. And this is
yes.
what it's all about, helping others and
That
supporting other, and we support each other in life, and whatever we doing in
100%.
life,
A
you
hundred
know.
percent. What you were saying about how people helped me, and
Mhm.
I don't take that for granted. And
Mhm.
I've made it a goal to always, my first job was for children, and I've never said no to anything with children, related with children, giving of my time, if it's donating or volunteering, or just encouraging someone to go for it. I
Mhm.
get so many emails of people like, I want to
Mhm.
perform. I'm like,
Yes.
go for it. You surround yourself with people that are going to encourage you and tell you, stay on your path,
Mhm.
keep going.
Mhm.
It's so
Yeah.
important, and that's what we will do for each other. Stay on your path and
Yeah.
keep going.
Exactly. That is so true, because you know, people think it's easy to start a business, to be in entertainment. It's a lot of work, putting yourself out there. And, you got some people may not believe in you, but then you got to
Yep,
believe in yourself.
that's right.
Sometimes you may have self doubt, can I
Hmm.
even do this? Can I even pull this off? But then
All the
you
time.
got people around you, your team around you, and say, you got this, we got this, and, it's an awesome situation to be in. Definitely.
It's so important to have a support system, and like my daughter is like my biggest support system. Like,
Hmm.
she's like, you can do this. To get back into my Madonna costume during the pandemic, I'm like, no, I don't want to. No, I can't. And she's like, yes, you can. And not only that, we're gonna do this video next, and you're gonna make this costume tomorrow, and we're gonna do this. And so I feel like, even if it's just one person in your ear saying you can do it,
Hmm.
I will always be that for anybody in my life that needs that.
Hmm.
Just 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 go for it. Just keep going. Let
Exactly.
your heart lead you.
Yeah, because it won't lead you wrong. You just got
Yeah.
to stay focused, and keep the outside, chatter out and stuff, because you're going to have your supporters, and like you said, you're going to have
Hmm.
people hating on you from the sideline.
Oh,
You
there's
know that
always. Hmm.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like for me, I pay people no mind. Like I'm focused on what I'm doing, and I don't get caught up into all that whole social media crap,
Good.
And I'm older,
Yeah.
so I'm way more mature. So it's like I don't get caught up there. Like, if we're not talking business, don't be all in my inbox. And if you
Right.
need some advice, I'm here for you. Like, I have conference call with people if they want to know about my social media management services and things like that. And it just feels so good to just be part of, because I've never started a business before. So this is my first time,
I'm
ever having a business.
Yeah, I'm so
And
proud of you.
yeah, it's
That's
like I still can't believe that I have a business. I got my business license and
yes.
my EIN. I'm working on, other stuff to make it fully complete. So, I'm
How
doing all that,
how can
you
we
know.
how can we encourage you to stretch bigger and to take the next step with your business?
Um, any suggestion, I'm open to anything,
Yeah.
like I'm very
Yeah.
open to, give me some advice, because LJ has definitely been that support system for me,
Yes.
and I support him and stuff. You don't have to be my client for me to support you, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What
I'm very and he's been very supportive, and pushing me and telling me, especially with my podcast show, because I've never did a podcast before. So, getting on camera,
Yeah.
I had to push myself into that because I never was the one who get on live and just be flapping on the. I want to have a purpose. I just don't want to get on
Yes.
live and just be saying spewing dumb stuff and all that crazy stuff. Like I try to stay away from that stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's a lot of work. Going live and engaging with people, and I think I'm doing a great job of
You're doing a
doing
great,
it.
great job. Trust me, I love your questions. I love your energy. I've done quite a few of these, and you're definitely a favorite.
Thank you. Coming from you because you are the queen. Like
Oh,
I put you up there with Madonna, of course.
oh, thank you. Thank
Definitely, definitely. So what's next? I mean, you have any new projects coming up that you want to let everyone know? Um,
What is my next thing? I think my focus will be on the series that I'm creating called Dear Madonna, which
mhm,
which will lead to a third book. I've written two books,
mhm.
and so I'm working on a third book now. And
Okay.
yeah, my first two books were more about how to get into the impersonator industry, and so third book will probably be more autobiography, and pretty much
Mhm,
telling the story. I'm working on that. We've got
mhm,
some fun stuff coming up with my tribute productions company, and
mhm.
as far as Madonna, just creating and reaching people and connecting and allowing more doors to just naturally open. I kind of just allow things to flow. And
Exactly.
yeah,
Go
yeah,
with the flow. Go with the
flow,
flow.
the flow. If you're if you're in your heart, it'll because people are always like, well,
Yeah.
what's next? And I'm like, I could have never imagined the things that I did. You know,
Exactly.
I couldn't have.
Like, cause you have an awesome, like you said, your resume, as I call it, is amazing. Like, I just can't, like, I just like, wow, it's, that's all I have to say is wow.
Yeah, I definitely, it's the focus also, do the things that you love, but do it with focus,
Yeah,
focus and determination and dedication. And you can't not win. You can't not get your goal because,
exactly.
you just stay on that path and work towards it. And like you were saying, I don't do it for the likes. I don't do it for the follows. I don't do it for the
Mm-hmm.
money most of the time. I do it
Mm-hmm.
for the joy and the love of
And the
creating.
passion, yes,
Yeah.
yes, and you have to have passion because a lot of people, and well, I'm not going to say a whole lot of people, but some people get into certain industry and just want to do it for the money, and sometimes
Yep.
they fall flat on their face because
Yeah.
even owning a business, it can't
Yes.
always, like for me example, I don't chase down clients. I let them
Yeah.
come to me if they see my promo or
Yeah.
my marketing videos and things like that I create for my business or for my clients. That's fine, but I just can't chase people. I'm not going to chase people down like that.
Th-
you
They'll
know
they'll come to you.
yeah,
You're
and they will come to you. If what's going to
Yep.
be for me, it's going to be for me. And that's the way
Exactly.
I always think and keep it that way and stay on that type of path. And
Vibration meets vibration. So
exactly, like me and you met each other. Like I just,
exactly.
that was crazy because I think, when I look back on it, I think I was on TikTok because I have a TikTok business page too.
Yeah.
And I think through the pandemic, it's starting to all come back to me because I think I was strolling on the homepage, and I think I've seen your video because I think I met you, well, not meet you in person, but I've seen your content, and I think you are the same person. And when I first seen your videos, I was like, is this like I was confused? Like, is this Madonna? Or like I was totally confused and stuff. And I was like, and then it's just amazing how we just met through LJ. And I was like, and I'm
Yes.
thinking that I've just met you through LJ, but when I thought about it, I was like, I think I've seen
Interesting.
her on TikTok. When the pandemic was
Interesting.
happening.
It's full circle. Yep.
Yes, it is. It
It's full
definitely is.
circle. That is
This has
amazing. And if
this
there's
has
anything I can support you with, you say the word.
Of course, yes, yes. I would definitely, reach out to you and stuff. Just like in the doors open for you too. Like if like I don't mind sharing your videos. I love it.
Thank
I will share
you.
some of your stuff on my platform. You just send it to me or tag me in it. I don't mind sharing your content because your content is dope. It's so cool.
Thank
You are
you.
definitely
Thank you.
cool. You so cool and everything,
Thank,
You're definitely
thank
that
you.
girl.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Yes, you're definitely that girl.
Oh,
So,
thank you.
we're gonna wrap up a little.
Yes,
So, let everyone know where all your social media handles, where they can find you, where they can follow you and support.
definitely. It's the original Madonna double on pretty much everything: TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. And if you want to peek, you can check out Tribute Productions and Mrs. Bella's Dolls. If
Hmm
you want to see something besides Madonna, you can can
You can
see
see other stuff. Yeah.
lots
Oh,
of stuff.
I had one more question that I have to ask.
Yeah,
Did you go to see any concert celebration tour yet?
not yet. She's going to be in Los Angeles in March. And so,
Okay.
yeah, still coming, but we are watching some of the stuff online, some of
Yeah,
the
me too.
YouTube links. And I'm like, yes, new material. Thank you, Madonna. And I'm so friggin' proud of Madonna. I mean, she was in a coma
I know. I
and
was I was so scared when when that stuff started happening to her. They said she almost died, and the first thing came to my mind. I was like, oh my God, we lost
I
Prince,
know, I
we
know,
lost Michael Jackson,
I
we lost
know.
Whitney. All my
Yes,
faves, Whitney
me too.
Houston.
Me too.
And I was like, please don't lose Madonna. We can't lose
Oh my God.
Madonna.
When Michael passed, I was like, we take these celebrities for granted. We build them up and
Yeah.
then we let them fall. And please,
Mhm.
not Madonna.
Mhm.
And the fact that
Yeah.
she's on stage rocking a hour and a half show a, a month after
I
that
know. I know.
is
I'm so
is
impressed. And, I hear some of the fans, in the comment section because, I live on social media. It's like my other home. And, some of the fans are complaining that she's not dancing like she is. This lady has been
uh,
entertaining us for decades. She's in her 60s and stuff. What do you expect? She's tired of dancing. Like, come on now,
I know. It's like
like what is happening?
to me, I think she's rocking it out. It's
Me
like
too.
she's up there. People don't even understand the endurance it takes just to do one
Yes.
one show like that.
I couldn't do it. Like I would be
I
gassed out.
oh my God, I'm exhausted just watching that, and to do that night after night after night,
Yes,
fly to a
yes.
new country. Oh my
Different
God,
places. Yeah.
people don't
Yeah.
understand, and I just hope that people under. I did a video while she was in the hospital. I'm like, please don't wait until it's too late to appreciate what this woman.
Yeah.
She has gifted us decades.
She has.
She has gotten us through so much stuff and taught us
Yeah.
so much about how to be a woman, how to be strong, how to
Mm-hmm.
love one another.
Stand in your truth and
Stand in your
stay focused, be strong. Yeah.
yes. She gave
Yeah.
us so much. She's gifted us so many things. She's gifted my life in ways that I can't even explain. And so
Mm-hmm.
appreciate everything right now. And
Exactly.
we love you, Madonna.
Yes, I love you. Love her so much. I do because I got Madonna playing. I got some videos playing on my flat screen while I'm interviewing you. So, like, you know what I'm because I'm always watching Madonna because I'm a big Janet Jackson fan also too.
Yes,
So
yes.
it's like my YouTube is full with Madonna, Janet
Love
Jackson,
it.
Mariah, Whitney Houston, George Michael's, like all my
Yes.
favorite people that I love. I
Yes.
still support,
Yes.
even though some of them, like George Michael's not here anymore. So,
Yes.
you
We
know.
got to live, thank God we got to live through it and experience it,
Yeah. Yes, and I always say I really appreciate growing up back in the day in the 80s, in the late
Yes.
70s, in the beginning of the 70s, like
Yes.
because it made who we are. Like, we had the
Exactly.
best. I mean, we had MTV, we had all the
Yes.
music. Like it was just so
True.
much music, to consume for us. So I really
Sweet.
appreciate that.
Yes. Sweet life before social media and cell phones.
Exactly.
Oh, we just
Yes.
lived in the moment.
Yeah, went outside, play with our
Yes.
friends,
Right?
go to malls. It's
Yes.
definitely a great feeling, to be raised like, back in the day and things.
I agree.
Um, I just want to tell you, thank you so much from the bottom of my
Yes.
heart.
Oh,
I'm a Capricorn, so I'm a very emotional
yeah.
person.
Well, I'm your other cardinal. I'm the Aries.
Okay, cool.
I'm a
Yes, and
chill Aries though.
Okay, yes. And I just wanted to tell you, thank you so much for, coming on to my show and,
It was an honor.
supporting my little small little baby that I'm trying to
It's,
grow.
you know what? Yes, one baby step at a time. You are
Exactly.
you are amazing, and
Thank you.
it was an honor to be here.
Exactly. So if you ever, like you said, if you ever, need me, tag me in your, whether it's Madonna or your other business ventures, just tag me. I will post, share it, just
Thank
add the
you.
link. I'm here. I'm your number one fan,
I,
so your
likewise,
supporter.
and likewise in return.
Yes,
Likewise in
and I
return.
thank you.
Thank you so much,
Uh,
Skylar. You're amazing.
Thank you so much, and you have a wonderful day
You
and a
too.
wonderful week and smooches and
And we'll see
I
each other
talk to you
on.
on social media. Yes.
All right, sweetie. Have a blessed day.
You too. Thank you so much and have a good day.
Okay. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye bye. Oh my God, everyone. That was such an amazing show. I know that we started out it was a little late because the timing. She live in LA. I'm in DC. She thought I lived in LA. Is that some type of universe? Am I moving to LA? If she thought I lived in LA. But anyway, it was such a great show. I just love, love, love meeting interesting people, cool people. It is so much fun. I know that I was on video at first, but she didn't come on video with me. She did audio, but in the beginning, you see me in the beginning on video. But I just want to thank everyone out there for your support. I want to thank again Streetsmart Radio for everything. I love you and adore you so much. And you can find